Welcome to Stylist Closet. My name is Justina Vob. I'm a personal stylist and image consultant. Today I would like to talk to you about importance of having accessories in your wardrobe. Not only a capsular wardrobe, because that's what we're talking about. This is our last series of the capsular wardrobe, but in overall, every stylish woman should have some accessories and wear them regularly with the clothes she chooses. The jewelry I will be presenting you today is the Amelia Marie jewelry, and that's the one which I have on today. We team up with Amelia jewelry because those pieces are very unique. They are on style, but the idea of that brand is to make you feel more comfortable with your look and as well to highlight your personality. So I particularly very like them. I'm gonna add the link below where you can get those and when you can see the collection. So let's start it and see what we can do with the jewelry we have and how you can style it the best way possible. So the first one, as I started with a necklace. Necklace those days should be very minimalistic. I still remember like a few years ago this very big chunky jewelries, and they had this like different diamondish elements with different colors, sparkling and shiny. It's not happening anymore. So a tip for you in terms of your jewelry, it's good to have 2 or 3 necklace with a different length. The one which I have on from Amelia Marie, it's very handy because I just put it on and I already feel on trend. And as I show you, this one is more classical, so if you don't feel that having too much decorative elements is for you, then you can choose something more classic. What you can see behind me, it's pretty cool as well. This is for those of you who like to match your earrings with your necklace. So, talking about earrings, I definitely advise you to have one of those very minimalistic little earrings in your wardrobe. Ideally, have them next to your bed somewhere, accessible, so you can wake up and just put them on very quickly without even, wondering if they, matching your outfit or not. Having something very classical which you can wear all day long, it's definitely very, very recommended by your stylist. If you prefer something bigger than a little earrings, here's an example from Amelia Marie. I really adore those. They're still very minimalistic, but definitely they are very unique and adding a bit of trend to your look. If you prefer to add more color, she has as well in her collection few different designs of different colors, and yellow is one of the colors of the season, so you might like to have those one in your closet. When it comes to jewelry, I always advise to have one very classic timeless piece which you invest in and you have for years to come, but it's good as well to have something very trendy. I really like Amelia Marie collection because her pieces are very good quality, but this is affordable price. So have a look into her website and see what you think, and I will be interested what is your opinion. So add your comment below and let me know what you think. As well as we're talking about jewelry, of course your bracelets and your rings, it's definitely something to consider. My advice in terms of the bracelet, like the one which I have, that one is from my mom, this one is from my best friends, this one is from my husband, and that one is the one I got for myself, because we women, we have to, treat ourselves well and make ourselves present too. Last but not least, rings. That will be one of my favorites. And this is how I store my jewelry. This is equally important to have a good jewelry, is to know how to store it. I have that see-through cabinet I got from Amazon, and I really like it because I can see what is there, which give me a possibility to use my jewelry more. Before I got that, like, trust me, I was using maybe 2-3 different pieces and the rest was somewhere like forgotten and kind of, in not very good shape, because I'm always in rush and I couldn't really use it to the best way. I highly recommend to think how you store your jewelry, because it's not just that it will last longer, but it's more practical for you, and there are bigger chances that you actually gonna use it more. Like myself, before I got that box, I was using maybe 20% of my jewelry because, you know, it was somewhere hidden. I forgot that I have it, and it was just not handy. Now it's way easier, and I started loving all my jewelry pieces more than I ever did. And when it comes to rings, this is like one of my favorites, and I have those which I always have on my hands and I never take them off, but there is some additional, like that one I got from a vintage store, and I added accordingly to my outfits. I like to match different colors, but I have those you know, different like small classical ones. That one I got it on Zalando, and it has this necklace which I matched that with. So this is, I use it more when I have more crazy outfits and look, so to kind of ease it a bit, to don't overuse and to don't over dress. My advice is to have at least one jewelry. Two, it's perfect. So you decide, would that be your necklace, would that be your earrings, would that be your bracelet, or maybe if none of this is your favorite, you could think about some accessories for your hair. If you really like to, you know, experiment and have a different hair every day, that could be one of the things which definitely help you to wear accessories more. Or maybe a watch. Of course, all my watches are very colorful, but you can go and choose something classical, which again you could use for most of your outfits. That's it from jewelry. Again, check Amelie Marie jewelry. I really recommend. I love mine already, and I'm sure I'm gonna see it for next few videos, definitely. Now let's move to belts, because that's part of your accessories as well, and the same like with jewelry, you should have at least one belt in your wardrobe. Would that be a belt for your trousers, or would that be a belt for your dress? Depends which one you use more. Ideally, I advise you to have those two. Now I'm gonna show you a few belts and tell you how I style it and what is important. Definitely the color is important. I have this one, which is one of my favorites. This is actually the leather belt, and I use it a lot with my pastel colors. I use it for my trousers, but I have the black one as well, which is a fake leather, but it looks good. So, you know, it's, again, as we're talking about the capsular wardrobe, you just need to make sure that it looks good and will last you for long. I have that one for a good few years, and I can really complain about the quality of it. Now, when you're choosing your belt, the same like with your jewelry and with your bags, think about this, what you prefer more. If you prefer gold, then it would be nice to match your belt with your jewelry as well. If you prefer silver, then probably a belt like that with silver elements will be your choice. As you've seen in the previous video, I'm not a fan of matching your bag with your belt. It could be different colors. You know, those times when we had to do a matchy-matchy, they're gone, and please don't do it. But one thing which definitely I advise is to match your silver versus gold element with your bag. If your bag has a silver element, and I actually have one here to show you, so if that's your bag, then I will match it with this silver element. Even though this belt is black, those elements, they're clashing here. When you're choosing your belt, think about the size of it, how thin or thick it is. This is a traditional belt for a dress. Now, similarly, like with most of my advices, the size of your belt should be proportional to your body size. If you're a petite person, definitely you can choose that tiny belt. But if you're more on the plus size, if you choose a belt for your dress, I would advise to have kind of medium-sized belt. That way, we keep the proportions and you highlight your waist the best way possible. When it comes to a color for the trousers, I advise to have a very natural color. So black, white, or brown, those are the best to choose for your trousers. If you want to have some colorful belts, like the red one for example, I definitely use them for a dress to highlight the color of the dress, or for your blouse. I wouldn't advise to have a colorful belts for your trousers. That would be very tricky to style it with rest of your clothes. That's it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope those tips are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here again. Add your comments if you have any questions and hope to see you next week.